Welcome to MRL. In this learning session, we'll learn all the aspects of cube numbers. It is a topic of discussion of Ganith Prakash, grade 8th textbook, NCERT textbook. Okay, that is a chapter called as square and cubes. Now, the different aspects of cubes and its properties are as such, and we'll be discussing them. Now, the first point of discussion is the perfect cube numbers. A number which can be expressed as a product of three equal factors or numbers is a perfect cube. Now, for example, 8 is equal to 2 into 2 into 2. That means there are three factors. 8 can be expressed as a product of three factors. Therefore, 8 is a cube. Similarly, 125 can be expressed as a product of three factors, that is 5 into 5 into 5, and therefore 125 is a perfect cube. And please remember, all the factors are equal factors. So if 8 can be expressed as a product of three equal factors, 8 is a cube, and 125 if we can express 125 as a product of three equal factors, that is 5, and therefore 125 is a perfect cube. So remember that. Now we represent a cube by writing a power of 3. For example, n cube where n is any number, n cube where n is any number and 3 is the power or exponent. So when we write a cube number, we write it as 2 cube or 5 cube. The base is 2, the power is 3. Now it is read as n to the power of 3 or n raised to 3 or n cube. For example, it is 2 cube or 2 to the power of 3 or 2 raised to power 3. Now when we take the cube of a number, if it is a negative number, then the cube also will be negative. If it is a positive number, the cube of that number is positive. Therefore, a cube can be positive or negative depending upon the sign of the number to be cubed. Now, there are different methods of finding the cubes of a number. The methods are the product method, the identity method, and the column method. Of course, the main and important method is the product method, and it is a very simple method. For example, if we want to find 62 cube, I have to multiply 62 3 times, because there are three factors which makes it a cube. So multiply 62 3 times, we get 238, 328. That is what is the answer for the cube of 62. So that is called as the product method. Just simple. For example, here if I have to find out the cube of 5, multiply 5 3 times, I get 125. To find the cube of 2, multiply 2 3 times, I'll get the cube of 2. So that is the method of that is called as the product method. Now the second method is the identity method. We use an algebraic identity here. The algebraic identity is a plus b whole raised to cube is equal to a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. You will be learning these identities, of course, maybe in this in grade 8 or in algebra or maybe in grade 9. But here we can use this identity to find the cube of 62. Let us see how to find it out. Now 62 cube can be written as 60 plus 2 cube. Now a is 60 here and b is 2. Now use this identity here, put the values of a as 60 and b as 2 and simplify. So we have got a cube as 60 cube plus 3 times b square. A square is 60 square and b is 2. Similarly, 3 times a is 60, b square is 2 square and b cube is 2 cube. Now simplify that. 60 cube is 6 cube is 216 followed by 3 zeros, and we have 60 square into 2 into 3 becomes 3 into 2 is 6, 6 square is 36, 3600, and also here 2 square is 4 and 180 into 4 and 2 cube is 8. Now add these values, multiplying 3600 by 6, and that we get 21600 and 720 plus 8. When we add, we get 238328, which was the answer earlier which we have obtained by the product method. Now in the column method, again the procedure is very simple, but we have to understand this method. Now 62 cube, which we have to find out, again the same number I have used here. Now let us assume a as 6 and b as 2. Now write the same identity here in columns, that is a cube, 3a square b, 3ab square and b cube. Now b being 2, we can get 2 cube and that is 8. 3ab square, a is 6, b is 2, therefore 2 square. So 3 into 6, 2 square, then we get 72. Then 3a square b, a is 6, 6 square, b is 2, then it will be 216. A cube is 6 cube, that becomes 216. Now 8 is single digit, bring 8 down. Here 72 is a 2-digit number, bring only the units digit down and take the 10th digit as a carry to the next column. Then add 7 to 216, add 6 and 7, we get 223. Now this is a 3-digit number, bring the units digit down, carry 22 to the next column. Now 216 plus 22 becomes 238, so there is no further column, and therefore bring 238 down, and therefore the answer is 238328, and which is the cube of 62, and which is the correct answer. So that is the method. You have to practice this and you will understand it very easily. Now cubes of even numbers, if you take 2 cube, it is 8, 2 is even, 8 is even, 4 cube is 64, 4 is even, 64 is even, 6 cube is 216, 6 is even, and 216 is also even. That means the conclusion is cubes of even numbers are even. The cubes of odd numbers, 3 is odd, 27 is also odd, so cube of odd numbers is odd. 5 cube is 5 is odd, 125 is odd, 9 is odd, 729 is also an odd number. Therefore the cubes of odd numbers are odd. Please remember that. Now this is a very interesting property. Sum of consecutive odd numbers form cubes. Now if you take 1, then 1 is a 1 cube, so 1 cube is 1. If you take 2 odd numbers starting from 3, that is 3 plus 5. 3 is the first odd number, the next odd number is 5, add consecutive odd numbers there. So 3 plus 5 becomes 8, and 8 is 2 cube. Now add 3 odd numbers, consecutive odd numbers, 7 plus 9 plus 11, 27, 3 cube, 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 19, 64, 4 cube, 21, 23, 25, when you up to 29, when you add 5 odd numbers, when you add, it becomes 5 cube. But the only thing what you have to understand here is the first number it does not start with 1, it starts with a different number. Here it starts with 1, here it is 3, here it is 7, here it is 13, here is 21. From 21 you have to add the consecutive odd number. From 3 you have to add the consecutive odd number. Here you have to add 2 consecutive odd numbers, here 3, here 4, here 5. So that is what you have to remember in this. But otherwise, when we add consecutive odd numbers, we get perfect cubes. But which is the first number is what we have to know how to find it. Now, for example, sum of 10 consecutive odd numbers is 10 cube, and that is answer. But to find the first odd number is very important here. We have to find the first odd number, and I have adopted a simple method here. Supposing if you want to find 2 cube, then first odd number should be 3. So for 2 cube, what you do, reduce 1 power, that is take 2 square and subtract 1 from that. 4 minus 1 is 3, I get 3. Now if you want 7, take 3 square, subtract 2 from that. 3 square minus 2, 3 square minus 2 is 7, I get the first odd number. If you want for 4 cube, the first odd number will be 13, but how to get 13? Take 4 square, subtract 3, I'll get 13. If you want the first odd number for 5 cube, take 5 square, subtract 4 from that, you will get 21, and so on. So that is the method, and the method is very simple. To find the first odd number, then take n square minus n minus 1. N square minus n minus 1. Take n square minus n minus 1, we will get the first odd number. Once you get the first odd number, then add the consecutive odd numbers to get that cube. Suppose if you are asked to find 10 cube, then the first odd number, what would be the first odd number? Take 10 square and subtract 9 from that, that will be 91. Then write 91, then 93, like that, 95, up to 10 odd numbers, then it will be 10 cube. That is what I have written here. 91 plus 93 plus 95 plus 97 plus 99, and so on. 10 odd numbers are written. When you add all of them, it becomes 10 cube. Now if you want to find 6 cube, let us say, then to find the first odd number, take 6 square, subtract 5 from that, you will get 36 minus 5, that is 31. So start with 31, add 6 odd numbers, 31, 33, 35, 37, 39, and 41, you will get 6 cube. So that is the method of finding out the first odd number and writing down the odd numbers to get a particular cube number. So please remember that. A very easy method, but you have to know the correct procedure to solve it, find it. Now the sum of odd numbers starting from 1. Now again this is different. 1 is cube of 1, but now 1 is an odd, 1 is odd, 7 is odd, 1 plus 7 is 8, 2 cube it is. But here the difference is, here the first numbers are all different, but here the first number is 1. But the second number is not a consecutive odd number. It is an odd number, alright, but not a consecutive odd number. So 1 is equal to 1 cube, 1 plus 7 is 8, 2 cube, 1 plus 7 plus 19 is 27, 2 cube. That means here also I am adding 1 odd number gives 1 cube, adding 2 odd numbers give me 2 cube, now adding 3 odd numbers I get 2 cube, but the question is how to find. See, now I add 4 odd numbers, I get 4 cube. I add 5 odd numbers, I get 5 cube. Now the question is how to find the next odd number. 1 is the starting odd number, but how to find 7, 19, 37 and 61. Again, there is a method for this, and the simple formula for that is n in the bracket n minus 1 into 3 plus 1. Now first odd number is 1 minus 1 is 0, and this becomes 0 and the 1 answer. If the second odd number, put n as 2. 2 minus 1 is 1, into 2 is 2, 2 into 3 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7. Now the third odd number, put n as 3. 3 minus 1 is 2, 3 into 3 is 9, 9 3 is 20, okay. 3 into 3, that is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2, and 3 into 6, 6 is 18 plus 1, 19. Now you want 4, put 4, you get 37. You want 5, put n as 5, you get like that 61, and so on. So any number you want, just put that value of n. So this is the formula which is useful for finding out the odd numbers which add up to form a perfect cube. That's what I have given you the procedure here. So follow this procedure and find out the required odd number. I have written also the method for that. For example, if you want 3 means 3 into 3 minus 1 into 3 plus 1, that is 19. 4 means 4 into 4 minus 1 into 3 plus 1, that is 37. If you want fifth odd number, it will be 5 into 5 minus 1 into 3 plus 1, that is 61. Sixth odd number, 6 in the bracket 6 minus 1 into 3 plus 1, we get 91. And that is the procedure of finding out the required odd numbers to add to get a perfect cube. But one thing is clear, if it is a 4 cube, there will be 4 odd numbers. That is, you have to stop at 37 and you will get a perfect cube there. So this is important property of a cube number. Now to find if a given number is a perfect cube, this is very simple. To find if a given number is a perfect cube, the method is write the prime factors of that number. For example, if you want to check 125 is a perfect cube or not, then write the factors of 125, write the prime factors of 125. You find it is 5 into 5 into 5. Now triple them. There are 3 factors here, so it is called as a triple. If a triple is formed of the factors of any given number, then that is a 100% a cube number. Now coming to the next example. Now we have to check here whether 52488 is a perfect cube or not. Now if it is not a perfect cube, then what is the least number by which the 52488 is to be multiplied or divided to make it a perfect cube? The method is very simple. What you do is 52488, find the prime factors of that and write down. The prime factors of 52488 would be 2 into 2 into 2, 3 into 3 into 3, 3 into 3 into 3 and 3 into 3. Now you triple them. So you have got one triple here, second triple here, third triple here, but 3 into 3 is not a triple, so therefore it is not a perfect cube. Now to make that 52488 a perfect cube, there are 2 different ways. One is you multiply it by 3 or divide it by 9. So when you multiply by 3, I get a triple here. So this becomes a perfect cube when I multiply 52488 by 3. That is what I have done here. It became a perfect cube. But if you want to divide it, then divide it by 9. So I have divided by 9. I get 5832, which is again a perfect cube. So therefore, the method of finding out whether a number is a perfect cube or not, the factors method is an excellent method. And also to make it a perfect cube, either you divide, which is not a triple, or multiply the required digits to form a triple. So that is the procedure I have given here. So please follow that, and I have explained it. Okay, remember that. Now cubes of rational numbers, very simple again. If you want to find 5 by 7 cube, multiply 5 by 7 3 times, you get 5 into 5 into 5 is 125, 7 into 7 into 7 is 343. So that is a simple method. Otherwise you can also apply the laws of exponents here. 5 by 7 cube is equal to 5 cube by 7 cube. 5 cube will be in the numerator becomes 125. 7 cube in the denominator becomes 343. So that is the method. Now this is again an important chart. We are given here the numbers and their cubes. And if you take cube of 1, it is 1, cube of 2 is 8, cube of 3 is 27, cube of 4 is 64, cube of 5 is 125, cube of 6 is 216, cube of 7 is 343, cube of 8 is 512, cube of 9 is 729, cube of 10 is 1000. Now please check the digits in the units place here. The digit in the units place of the number is 1, in the cube also it is 1. And in 2, if the digit in the units place is 2 in a number, the cube has 8 as the digit in the units place. If it is 3, it is 27. If it is 4, it is 7. If it is 4, it is 4. If it is 5, it is 5. It is 6, it is 6. It is 7 becomes 3. 8 becomes 2. 9 remains 9, and 0 remains 0. So So please understand here, for all the digits, it is the same digit in the units place in the cube, but it only the difference is with 2 and 3 and 7 and 8. For if it is 2, it becomes 8. If it is 3, it becomes 7. So 2 plus 8 is 10. So 3 plus 7 is 10. That means 2 means 8, 3 means 7. Same way, 7 plus 3 is 10. So 7 means 3, 8 means 2. Otherwise, for the rest of the digits, the digit remains the same. That's what I have written here. The unit digit of a cube is the same as the unit digit of number, except for 2 and 3 and 7 and 8. And please remember that. And it's a very useful information for estimating the the cubes and the cube roots of a number. Now, number of n zeros in a cube. If you see here, there is only 1 zero here. In a cube, there will be 3 zeros. There is 1 zero here, there will be 3 zeros. If there are 2 zeros, there will be 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2 is 6. That means 3 times. That means 2 zeros, 2 into 3, 6 zeros. If it is 1 zero here, again 3 zeros. So therefore, the n zeros, if you count, 3, 3, then 2, 2, 4, 6 and 3. Now the n zeros are 3 or multiples of 3. So that is what you have to remember. Now the cubes of decimals. The cubes of decimals is a very easy method. So forget the decimal point. 5 cube would be 125. Then you put the decimal point after 3 places. 125, that is 0.125. Otherwise multiply 0.5 into 0.5 into 0.5. The answer is the same. Now if you take 0.35 cube, now find the cube of 35. It becomes 42875. Count the number of places to put the decimal point. So 2 means you have to put after 6 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put a 0 there and put a decimal point. So the answer for 0.35 cube is 0.042875. So that is a simple method again. Now coming to the cubes of negative numbers. Remember, the cubes of negative numbers is 100% negative, as the minus sign is multiplied 3 times. Minus into minus becomes plus, plus into minus becomes minus. So therefore it is always negative. Remember, therefore cube of a negative number is always negative. Now this is interesting information here. Hardy Ramanujan number. Hardy and Ramanujan are great mathematicians of the world, were great mathematicians of the world. One, Hardy and Ramanujan suggested, or rather Ramanujan suggested very important characteristics of 1729 number. He said 1729 is such an interesting number that it can be expressed as a cube of 2 numbers, that is 1 cube and 2 cube, but also it can be expressed as a cube of 2 other 2 numbers, that is 9 cube and 10 cube. So 1729 is known as Hardy Ramanujan number. It is the smallest number which can be expressed as a sum of 2 cubes in 2 different ways. So remember that it's a very famous number because of its important and interesting features. Now the other similar numbers which also provide the 2 different ways of writing sum of 2 cubes are 4104 and 13832. Just is for knowledge, remember that. Now this is an again interesting property of cubes and squares rather. Successive differences for perfect squares, the differences after 2 levels are 2, 2, 2 and same. What is the meaning of that? Let us write on the square numbers first. 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36 are square numbers. Now subtract 4 minus 1 is 3, 9 minus 4 is 5, 16 minus 9 is 7, 25 minus 16 is 9 and 36 minus 25 is 11. Now subtract again 3 from 5. 5 minus 3 is 2, 7 minus 5 is 2, 9 minus 7 is 2 and 11 minus 9 is 2. So after 2 levels down, we find that all the differences are 2 for square numbers. Now the same property if you apply for cubes, what will happen? 8 minus 1, 8, 27, 64, 125 are cube numbers. Subtract 8 minus 1 is 7, 27 minus 8 is 19, 64 minus 27 is 37, 125 minus 64 is 61. Again go for the second level. 19 minus 7 is 12, 37 minus 19 is 18, 37 minus 19 is 18, 61 minus 37 is 24. Again go to the third level. 18 minus 12 is 6, 24 minus 8 is 6. Again the numbers are all 6. So therefore remember, after 3 levels you find all the differences are same. So for cubes the differences are the same after 3 levels. For squares it is 2 levels, and for cubes it is 3 levels. Interesting property of cubes. Okay, now coming to the prime factors of a number and prime factorization of cubes. This is again a very interesting property. Now if you take a number 4, the prime factors of 4 are 2 and 2, 2 into 2. Prime factors of 6 are 2 into 3. Now if you take the cube of 4, if I take the cube of 4, just increase 2 by 3 steps. That means 4 cube will be 64, and the factor in 4 is 2, and the factors in 4 cube will be a triple, that is 2 into 2 into 2, and the second also will be a triple, 2 into 2 into 2. So please remember that. If I take 6, the factors of 6 are 2 and 3. Now in 6 cube, that 2 becomes a triple and 3 becomes a triple, and when you multiply you get it as a 6 cube. So each prime factor appears 3 times in prime factorization of cube of that number. So in a number, if the prime factors are 2 and 2, in cubes they will become triples. If the factors are 2 and 3, they will become triple in that cube, that is 6 cube. So like that we understand how the factors multiply themselves in a cube of any given number. So these are a few important discussions we have done of the basic. These are the basics of the cubes, and we have also understand how to find the cubes and the different properties of cubes. So please learn them, practice, remember, note down in a book for your reference. Okay, thank you.